Alright, back in Magma Hideout in 1/2 EK. I'm coming up on some like pretty tough grunts. Grunt 6 and Grunt 7, they're pretty much demons. So I brought some pretty like sacrificable Pokemon to this fight. Between Sandslash and Swampert here. Or Swampert's not sackable, sorry. Octillery. And I'm just gonna kinda hope that that works out. I'm gonna see Vileplume's moveset real quick. Okay, just making sure it's good. Because it's probably gonna have to take 2 Pokemon in this fight. Vileplume's kind of cracked. I've never really had one on Hideout before. It's really pretty good. Alright, so this is Grunt 6. Let's just get into it. First Pokemon is not really a problem at all. It's Misdreavus. This thing does Protect, Perish Song, Substitute, and Main Look. Arcanine is faster than this, and it 2-shots with Flamethrower. Intimidate means nothing because it can't even like damage me. Yeah, just gonna Flamethrower. So it can protect, it has leftovers as well. Flamethrower will 2-hit KO through the protecting and stuff like that. Okay, it didn't protect again, so it means it's doing something. Okay, it's setting up Substitute. It's fine. Alright, just kill the Substitute. Can't really set up another Substitute, so it's gonna Perish Song. Okay, that's fine. So our Perish count's at 3. If it tries to Mean Look me now, it'll just die. So let's hope it does that. Okay. Yep. I thought it could protect there probably too, which would have also been fine. I eventually could have just swapped out of it if I was unable to do anything else. Okay. So Aggron is in now. This is kind of what we wanted. This thing is going to go for Head Smash on me. And my solution to this is to go to Poliwrath. This thing has a Focus Band. It has Head Smash, Iron Tail, and Earthquake for its moves. I got crit. That's really bad, actually. I do heal, which is good. I'm pretty sure I'm dead to another crit. Yeah. Luckily, though, this thing is super likely to counter me because it doesn't see a kill. This fight is risky AI, and counter should be +0 right now, and then 50-50 to be +2. So I'm going to click Surf. This is a 2-shot, by the way. Okay, Head Smash. That's pretty bad. Yep. Now I'm like really in trouble because I'm dead to a high roll of Head Smash. And yeah, I'm never dead to EQ. It could counter again here, or I could just kill it. This would be really good if I just kill it. Good, okay. So Focus Band didn't proc there. Alright, that was a little spooky. Now we get Torkoal coming in. Alright, so Torkoal has the moves Heat Wave, Solar Beam, and EQ, and Explosion. It sees only currently a Solar Beam kill. EQ and Heat Wave never kill me. So we're gonna go back to K9 for Solar Beam. It's White Smoke, so nothing happens there. That's fine. We get Solar Beamed for very little damage. This is now going to be EQ or Boom. It's pretty likely to Boom here. It's actually like about 47%. This thing has a Quick Blow. And it's slower than me. So the plan is I'm going to try to use Octillery to beat this. And then if I like get Quick Claw Solar Beamed by it, and it's still alive, I'm just going to use Sandslash as backup, because Sandslash had to come in for free. Alright, so this could be EQ or Boom. It's Boom. Okay. Goodbye, Octillery. You're a real one. Okay, so now I can think about what I want to send in. If I send in Pert, that would be Jumpluff, which is totally fine. Sorry, I'm just thinking about what happens here. Okay. Yeah, it would be jump off if I send in Pert. It would if I send in Sand Slash, it'd be Ampharos. Honestly, that's not terrible. Because I outspeed it and I just EQ it and hope that I hit it. I have like kind of two shots at it with Sand Slash. I think that's not so bad. Pert is obviously better at dealing with Ampharos, definitely. In general. If I send in Vileplume, it would bait Ampharos as well. I don't like that at all. If I send in Poly, that would bait Ampharos. That would bait Ampharos T-Bolt. That's actually really good if I do that. It lets me get in Pert for free. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Is to go to Poliwrath here. What does sending in Arcanine do? Baits Sand Slash. That's not good. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go to Poly here. This should bait Ampharos in, and Ampharos will only see a kill with T-Bolt. Which means I can just freely swap to Swampert. This thing is a demon, by the way. It has Bright Powder and Tail Glow, and I just hate it. So the fact that it couldn't Tail Glow on that switch was really big. Tail Glow boosts your special attack by 3 stages. It's crazy. Yeah, this thing just died though, so that's all good. And we're gonna bait Jumpluff next. Jumpluff has a grass move of some sort. I think it's Leech Seed and Sleep Powder, yeah. So this thing doesn't actually have any attacking moves that can even hit a grass type. So we're just gonna go to Vileplume here. And we got put to sleep. That is fine. That is not a big deal. So I could like Toxic this thing because it's kind of a nuisance, but I'm actually not gonna do that. Instead, I'm just gonna kind of like, I turned off the sound and I'm speeding things up now. I'm gonna click Sludge Bomb a few times. I actually am a little concerned that if I click Sludge Bomb, it could switch. Let me double check that. Nope, it can't. All right. So I woke up and I hit that and broke the substitute. If I ever hit a Sludge Bomb, I will kill this. Get protected once. Coming back to sleep. We could be here for like a minute. It's protecting. I'm asleep. I gotta watch my Sludge Bomb PP because I didn't give Radish a Lepa. Okay, I broke the substitute because it missed Sleep Powder. Okay, hit Sleep Powder again. That's cool. Just kind of being mindful of Sleep Powder or Sludge Bomb PP. If you can miss Sleep Powder, that'd be really cool. Okay, it's just gonna protect. Damn, dude. Okay. This is becoming a bit of a nuisance. I'm not using Toxic because I don't want to be asleep when Sand Slash comes in. That'd be like really bad. So like if I kill this thing with Toxic, there's a possibility that I don't really control how I kill it. In other words, oh, it missed. There we go. Good. All right. I should have given this thing a Lepa. But water under the bridge. All right, so now this is Sand Slash. Sand Slash here has like weird AI because it's got several moves that it can click. It's got EQ as the highest damage, but also Ancient Power can be clicked even though it's not highest damage because of Risky AI, and also X Scissors can be clicked even though that's not highest damage because of Risky AI and Crit AI. So it can pretty much click anything here, and it has Bright Powder. But if I just hit this, none of that matters. Yeah, this thing just dies. Cool. That was not so bad. You know, losing artillery wasn't ideal, but that, like, Torkoal is just not something to fuck around with, in my opinion. Okay. Moving on to number 7 here. I'm just trashing my artillery. So, for this fight, it looks like I'm leading a ghost. I'm leading Bayonet. Yeah, I'm just going to assemble my team on my calculator real quick, and then I'll put it on the screen. Granbull, Arcanine, Swampert, Polly, Flygon. Yep. Okay, so a lot of the usual suspects, I guess. Good to see Granbull coming out of the box. This is basically the team minus Bayonet. Let's pop that in for Sandslash, and we're good. Sandslash has survived like 2 fights where it was like backup that could die and didn't really need to be used. I think. It's been getting a surprising amount of use like in this gym in general. Oh, he named the Bayonet Dusclops? That's funny. Okay. I think this thing knows Confuse Ray. It's kind of important. Yep, okay, cool. That should be good then. I need Gramble to get some levels, give him some candies. Everybody else looks pretty good. I do need to teach Swampert Ice Beam. Okay. I don't remember what move I decided I wanted. Muddy Water, like, so on Pert, like, in my opinion, my Mirror Coat is, like, super important because that gives it E4 utility. EQ is, like, also very important to keep. Mudshot is kind of meh, but Muddy Water is kind of crap too. Like, I don't really think I need Muddy Water. I usually eventually get rid of this on, like, Split 8 anyways. Because this is the same base power as Surf, and, like, it's nice that you can lower accuracy, like, that's definitely better than Surf, but it being the same base power kind of means that it's a little bit placeable. So I will get rid of Muddy Water here for Ice Beam. The next fight is, like, so brutal. It's terrible. Okay, let's plan here. Is this really my plan? Guess it is. Yeah, this fight just really sucks, honestly. But we'll make it happen, I guess. I need to give like everybody citrus berries, looks like. Which I don't doubt. I'll go over why this fight sucks so bad when I actually do it. Basically, there's like 2 Quick Claw Pokemon, there's like a couple demonic bright powder Pokemon. Yeah. This fight is just brutal. And it's right through this door. Okay, I think we're about as ready as we'll ever be. Having Flygon for this fight, I think, helps considerably. Hopefully. Okay. And also Bayonet. I think Bayonet helps a lot. Okay. So we got Wobbuffet here. This is not Dusclops, don't be confused. This is Dusclops Light. Okay, so the fuck is Body Slam doing in the first slot? Okay, so Wobbuffet doesn't quite die to Shadow Ball always here. I do outspeed it. If it debonds, which it like really shouldn't, should want a Mirror Coat instead. I will Confuse Ray it until it stops debonding. Okay, or I just get it. Good job. Good job, Bennett. We bait Shiftry now. That is what I expected. Okay. So now this thing only has Shadow Ball, Brick Break, Explosion, and Swords Dance. So it literally like cannot do anything besides just like click. Like if I just pivot these 2 Pokemon, it will eventually just explode. I'm gonna count its PP a little bit. So that was 1 Shadow Ball. This might be enough, yeah. It could Swords Dance here. Yep, did it. Checking how much PP these moves have. Shadow Ball has 24. Brick Break has 15. Okay. So far it's used 1 Shadow Ball out of 24. Luckily, Gramble lowers this thing's attack, which really helps. Now I use 2 Shadow Balls. Could set up Swords Dance again. There's Swords Dance has 5 PP. So I don't really care what attack stage this thing actually specifically has because it can never hit touch me. So okay, this thing doesn't have like pressure, does it? Just making sure. No, Insomnia. I only saw 1 Brick Break so far. So it's been 2 Shadow Balls, a Brick Break, and a Swords Dance. Yeah, it's the second Swords Dance. It's fine. I would go a little faster here, but I do care about the PP stuff, so I think this thing should eventually boom. Okay, that's the 3rd Swords Dance. It's definitely gonna Shadow Ball me because it's like it probably sees a kill. I'm really only keeping track of Brick Break PP. So that's the 3rd Shadow Ball, I think. I've only seen 1 Brick Break so far. But I think before it runs out of Brick Break PP, it'll explode, potentially. Fourth Shadow Ball. It's like only the 2nd Brick Break that I've seen. It's the 5th Shadow Ball. It's continuing to Swords Dance. Yep. It doesn't really matter that Grambles Intimidate here either. Like, it's nice. It's definitely helpful. You could do this with like any ghost or normal until it runs out of one of its attacking moves, and then you just go to the one that's immune to it. You're fine. I think that's the 6th Shadow Ball. I don't know, I'm kind of losing count. That's like the 3rd Brick Break. Seventh Shadow Ball. Alright, it boomed. There we go. Can stop counting PP finally. Cool. The thing's not super likely to blow up, because even though it's risky AI fight, it's faster than everything on my team. So that kind of screws things up. Okay. And as I expected, this baited Explode. That's good. So Explode could click Solar Beam here or Overheat. Either one's fine. I'm gonna go to Arcanine here, because it can't Hyper Voice me, which is really good. Get overheated. I'm gonna watch my HP that I take, so I know how much HP this is at. Okay, so I lost 42 HP there. So this thing took 14 in recoil. Puts it at 196. Okay. It's also a -1 attack. Something to keep track of. This Explode is like such a pain in the ass, in my opinion. It's terrible. For -1 attack, the only thing that it can do is click Hyper Voice on me, so I can go to Bayonet again. Yep. And now it's the same situation as before, and I can go back to Arcanine. It can either overheat or Solar Beam me. I'm putting it at -2 attack. It overheated me again. 160 mine minus 125 is 44, so it once again took 14 more HP. It puts him at 182. Okay. He's in range of me, like, potentially killing with Flamethrower, but I don't really need him to do that. Okay, it could be Overheat here, because he's now at -2. So this is kind of a risky part. I think Bayonet only dies to Overheat crit, but obviously that'd be terrible. Let me determine what the chances are here with overlapping ranges. Yeah, Hyper Voice still has most of the overlap on its side. Oh, it's actually pretty extensively overlapped. Like, there's several overlapping roles. This is almost like a 50-50. It's probably like close to like 60-40 overheat over Hyper Voice, or Hyper Voice over Overheat right now, just because of the way the damage rolls look. Okay, I could try to Morning Sun here. I think that's like potentially good, or I just try to Flamethrower it and try to kill it. Let me see here. Is there anything else I can do? Yeah, this thing is such a pain. Yeah, the problem is I could get like Quick Clawed, but if it goes for like Quick Claw Hyper Voice, it has to be crit. I think I just Morning Sun here. Yep, we're good. Okay. Hopefully it overheats me, that'd be cool. Yeah. Way to be a team player there, man. Okay. So good thing I didn't go to Bayonet, because that would have been pretty bad. Bayonet would have been smoked up by that. This probably took like another 14 or so in HP, I would assume, so that's like putting it down to 168, which is 80%. Does that look like 80%? Not really. Am I doing my math wrong here? I don't know, I'm probably just going to send Flamethrower at this rate. Didn't get hit by the Quick Claw, that's good. Hopefully this just kills. Nice. good to get that thing out of my face. That was a pain. Okay. A Gligar is in. This thing is a total demon. It doesn't see an EQ kill on me as Bright Powder. So I'm like pretty worried about this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Pert. Straight away. Okay, it EQ'd. That's alright. Pert kind of tanks this. Yep. Okay. Pert is slower than this, which is a real downer. It can either EQ or Swords Dance here. This thing has Bright Powder, by the way. That's why it's such a demon. I really hope this Ice Beam hits. Good. Alright, that kills it. It's quad weak to ice, so pretty much anything with Ice Beam can kill this. If I would have missed my backup plan there was to go to Flygon because it's immune to EQ. And Flygon kind of like walls that guy, honestly. Like even from like +2 or +4 or whatever, like he doesn't do like a lot of damage to Flygon. Well, he actually kind of does with Aerial Ace, I forgot about that. So I'd have to pivot Flygon and Granbull to get him to lower his attack. That's another reason why Granbull's in this team besides the other Shiftry or whatever. Alright, well anyway, Pert versus Magmar here. I'm baiting guaranteed Solar Beam. I think I can just go Flygon on that. Yeah, I can. This thing does have a scope lens, but I don't risk crit. I could go to Arcanine first. That would mean that I'd be baiting either Cross Chop or Fire Blast. Is that better? That's probably worse. I think I'd rather just take the Solar Beam for Flygon. Yeah, I might get crit by this. That'll be okay. Okay. Now I outspeed and kill this with EQ. Okay, and then the last Pokemon is this Golem. Luckily, this thing cannot explode. This is a monstrous Pokemon. It has Quick Claw, it has Boom, it has Double Edge, Head Smash, EQ, you name it. Okay. I think Double Edge is the most damage here. I need to double check though. Because if it's EQ, that's potentially bad. Oh, it is EQ. That's not very good. That means that it can either Double Edge or Head Smash me. Which is not something I planned for. I think Polly's okay with getting Double Edged. Yeah, Polly's fine with that. Alright, I guess we did plan for that then. Do I go to Granbull first? Does that do anything? Granbull dies to Head Smash crit. Kind of like rather not have that happen. But that overall like kind of helps my Poliwrath matchup considerably if I do that. My plan right now is to kind of just use like both of these guys. I kind of can't use Flygon because Flygon can get Head Smashed, or it can get Double Edged. It's actually dead to either crit, I think. Yeah, it's dead to a crit from either move. Trying to think about the best sequencing here. It would be pretty greedy for me to go to Granbull to get the Intim off, but it would really help like Polly's overall matchup if I were to do that. Just thinking about it. I think Polly's like kind of okay. If it gets crit though, it's kind of not okay. Because Surf actually doesn't OHKO this Golem, unfortunately, because of the sunlight and Polly not being a special attacker. Whereas now if I get it to -1, things become like a lot rosier. I think I gotta do it. I'll risk Granbull. Granbull's a good, like, useful Pokemon, definitely, but it's a 1 in 32 for him to die here. Okay, Double Edge is good. I don't die to crit. Yeah. Now what's the situation? With him at -1, he's head smashing for sure. Okay, got a poly on that. So I would have only died to head smash crit there, and when I was going to Gramble, and it chose to double edge instead. So we'll surf twice now. This thing has a quick claw, which is scary, definitely. Okay. What's Polly's deal? I think he's just only dead to quick claw crit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, don't crit. Come on. It quick clawed me. Okay, cool. I'm really glad I got that into him. If I didn't get that into him, I don't think Polly lives. I think that quick claw would have killed Polly. Hey, that fight went really well. Look at that, we didn't have to have any Pokemon die. It wasn't like super clean. There was definitely things that could have gone wrong overall. Particularly with those Quick Claw Pokemon, those things are annoying as shit. Kind of actually now thinking would Sand Slash have been better for this? Only because it like was expendable? Probably. Sand Slash would have done probably just as well against that Golem, to be honest. And was more expendable than Poly, but... Well, whatever. It's over now, so... And that's probably like one of the hardest, like maybe the hardest fight in my hideout entirely. So that feels pretty good. I'm happy with where we're at. I'm pretty disappointed we lost Donphan still. That was so dumb, but whatever. All right, for the next fight, I'm just assembling my team in the calculator real quick, and then I'll put it up. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that went. We're definitely bringing like an entirely new team to the next fight. But we don't need most of the team. Gonna bring out the Charizard. I'm gonna drop off Bayonet. Don't need Gramble anymore. He was super useful that fight. I should have like thought more carefully about counting PP. I should have probably been like writing it down or something. Because it could have mattered if it didn't blow up when it did. I was definitely losing count. I probably like counted it wrong or something. But in the back of my head, I was like, this will be okay. Like he'll probably boom before things become a problem. If the PP thing becomes a problem. He did. So given enough time to do so. Gramble, like pivoting and intimidating it definitely helped too, because if it was just boosting, it would have been seeing kills every turn, and it would have had no chance to boom, and I would have had to actually count the PP. And we're bringing out Wobbuffet too. This is such a funny looking team, but it's gonna be all good. Let me get into my bag here. I gotta teach Milo Ice Beam as well. Oh, it already knows it. Cool. Citrus Berry for Flygon. This Arcanine's been doing some work too. Serious work. Okay. Figgy Berry, how does that work? Let me look that up. These berries are interesting. They like restore an eighth of your HP when you like go below 1/2, which is really good for Wob. So Figgy confuses if you're minus attack. Is my Wob minus attack? No. So we'll give it a Figgy Berry. At this point in the game, you only have access to Figgy, like one of those kind of berries. You get access to all of them later when you get to Sutopolis. Wob probably won't even get used in this fight. It's like strictly a backup. Okay. Joy. All right. I'm gonna give this thing charcoal. Oops. No. Check everybody's items real quick. Charcoal, citrus, lum, citrus, citrus, citrus. Piggy, okay, that's fine. Trying to go through the split without teaching Milo Toxic because Archie really wants to have Archie's like the one who's gonna be running the E4 on this run. He really wants Toxic for the Elite Four for slaking, which is totally warranted. The thing's gonna kick butt in the Elite Four, and he really needs it because in this run he can't use Dusclops, which is why Bayonet is named Dusclops. So totally warranted and very valid. Okay, I think I just roll to this fight and smoke this guy or gal. And then I have like 3 Pokemon deal with the Altaria. Yeah, this fight is really pretty straightforward, with the Charizard especially. So this is a Smeargle. It's got kind of a typical troll moveset with like Tail Glow and Spore and shit, but Charizard just outspeeds it and smokes it. In the sun. Charizard also kills this and outspeeds it. Charizard has some like fun little fights that it does like stuff like this, but in my opinion it's generally kind of overrated in Hideout, like because it just kind of does stuff like this where it makes already simple fights kind of simpler. This fight is like really not bad. Okay, so this is Thunder Punch or potentially very unlikely Psychic. Doesn't really matter which one it is. I'm just gonna go to Flygon either way to take this Sam out because Charizard doesn't quite outspeed it. Okay. So we'll EQ this. Cool crit, that didn't matter at all. That was gonna be a one-shot no matter what. Okay. Now this is Vileplume. It's gonna be really going for really incentivized to go for HP Ice. I'm gonna go to Arcanine for that purpose. Because Arcanine actually has a Lumberry. Yeah. I am slower than this, so it can Sleep Powder me, but I'll kill it when I'm able to hit it. Didn't Sleep Powder me, like for Weather Ball Fire. I don't have any fire types that outspeed this, so this is kind of like the path that I chose to go about it. Okay, now we're getting Typhlosion coming in here. Typhlosion is going to go for EQ only. This thing is a King's Rock and is generally kind of fast. I think I just go back to Flygon and kill this. Yeah. So Flygon comes in on EQ, takes 0 damage, and kills this. As you can see, this fight is pretty free. Because now there's just one Pokemon in the back. Okay, it's Altaria. Altaria knows Ice Beam and Draco Meteor, and it can click either one here. The likelier one is Ice Beam, like by a lot, because I'm also quad weak to it. I think that means I go to Milo. Yeah. Generally, Milo's pretty safe here. Okay, I forgot that I could get frozen there, but whatever. This thing can either Solar Beam me now or Draco Meteor me in kind of equal measures. I think I'm gonna go for... It has Bright Powder, by the way, but I'm faster. I'm gonna try to kill it with Ice Beam. This could kill. I could also put it on like low health. Okay, killed. There we go. I definitely should have... Oh wait, I can't get frozen. It's Sunny. Yeah, Milo couldn't have been frozen there. That's why I gave it a Citrus. Cool. Alright, on to the next one. So the next one is the Undercover Team Aqua Grunt. What a goofy fight. Lantern is kind of the goat there. Milo is definitely going to come to that fight as well. Without even looking, I can tell that. I'm also, I guess, bringing Flygon again. I'm using Poly so much. I don't recall using Poliwrath when I've had it in the past, like, quite this much in Hideout. Yeah, I just, like, don't remember it getting, like, so much play. Okay, and also, I'm bringing Seviper to this fight, which is really fun. And, of course, we're going to bring Vileplume, wherever that is. There we go. Is that the squad? Looks good to me. Okay. I gotta give people some levels. I guess I'm giving Milo another level, it's probably fine. Cannot really imagine it being a problem giving Survivor 69. That seems totally fine, and I'm gonna go with 69 Vileplume. This seems like a pretty convoluted plan from what I've wrote down. Almost everybody has a Lumberry. Except for Milo, which has a Lepaberry. It's kind of a standard issue for her. Okay, this doesn't actually seem that bad at all, honestly. Let's see. I'm actually going to be using Dragon Breath in this fight, which is really wild, I think. Yeah. I think this is looking fine overall. This looks fine to me. I'm gonna put my team together in the calculator for a second. I like having it like that. Sometimes I move too quickly and I don't do that, but for this fight I'd like to have it built up here. Helps me stay organized, you know? Being organized is important. That's how you forget shit if you don't go organized. What is this item again? It's like some kind of elixir, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll use my repel. I haven't gotten my encounter in here yet, and I don't really plan on doing it yet because I don't think it's very valuable. I think the encounter tables in here are kind of shit, if I recall correctly. In half EK anyways. So, okay. Let's go do this fight. Yeah, he just said he should probably go join Team Aqua instead because he hates the heat. So, go for it, man. Alright, this artillery. Its highest damage move on Lantern is Fire Blast, which is funny. The thing is, like, after this, I kind of want like Lantern to like get diced up by this thing a little bit, because I want it to be dead to EQ from the incoming Charizard, if possible. It's kind of okay if I'm not, though, right? Because I'll be slower than the Charizard. Yeah, it's probably okay. I probably just won't fuck around and I'll just like D-Bolt this twice. I'm curious to see what happens if it gets Quick Claw. So if this thing Quick Claws and I click Thunderbolt, it could switch to like Quagsire, I think. That would be okay. I'd be fine with that. Okay, just something to keep in mind. Alright, this shouldn't kill, and it should like Fire Blast me. Oh, or I just crit it and kill it. Cool. Alright, now Charizard's coming. So this will either be EQ or Dragon Dance. It's 50-50. I'd prefer that it EQ, because I'm going to Flygon. Flygon's a really good answer for Charizards in general because it's immune to EQ. And these things tend to have like attack boosting, like in Hideout especially, they have like Bright Powder and they have like, this one has Dragon Dance, the other one had Belly Drum. This one has Heat Wave too, which it's either going to click Heat Wave or Dragon Dance now. It's likely going to be Dragon Dance if I miss this Rock Slide, which I don't. So this thing's just in a grave. Yeah, Flygon is so good for Charizard, it's crazy. Especially for that Belly Drum Charizard. Okay, now we get Glalie. Glalie sees Ice Beam as a kill, it does not see Ice Shard as a kill, so it's going to go for Ice Beam, I think. It doesn't really matter which one it goes for, really. I would prefer an Ice Shard, but it's really whatever. Because Milo cannot be frozen anyways. Why was I saying to go to Holly first? Is there a reason? No, I don't see any reason to do that. I'll just go to Milo. It's probably to dodge freeze, but maybe I forgot that you can't get frozen in Magma Hideout. Okay, so now I'm in here against this Glalie. Its highest damage move is EQ. I am slower than it, so I kind of want to be like max HP. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna kind of like alternate clicking Recover and Dragon Breath. It's gonna be like a little bit of a ward attrition. I hope that I can paralyze it. This thing has a focus band, by the way. No such luck the first turn. Let's go back to Recover. A couple crits of Earthquake could be like pretty disastrous, because I would lose Milo, but it's pretty unlikely. I would love for this thing to get paralyzed, dude. That'd be so good. Okay. Because then I'd be faster than it. That's why. There we go. Cool. Now I'm a lot less worried about just like, I think maybe Surf is higher damage. Yeah, Surf is slightly higher damage, so I'm going to go for that. And it can't mid-turn switch because I'll be going first. Yep. That's fine. No big deal. I can kind of just like... I could, like, in theory, just recover until it bans. Or until it gets paralyzed. I have Leatherberry. Is there any reason not to do that? What comes next after this? Let me just double check. I mean, this thing definitely helps with like wall rain in general, I think. Too. So like keeping it higher health is not a bad idea. I just don't really care enough, honestly. I'll be fine. Okay. It's Ludicolo coming in next. This Ludicolo is such a troll. It has Solar Beam, Ice Beam, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. So it can either Solar Beam me or Thunder Punch me here. It has a Quick Claw as well, which is not cool. I'm gonna go to Viper here. This is kind of like one of the best Pokemon in my box for this, I guess. Solar Beam was better, for sure. Okay. I've like never seen this thing spray because I just like don't use it. Didn't get Quick Claw, this thing's dead. In the water. I was dead to Quick Claw crit there for sure. It would have Fire Punched me, and that would have hurt. But I mean, it's just Viper. I don't really care if it dies. So okay, now we get this Wall Ring coming in. I think this is only EQ. Yeah, I'm not dead to any moves, so this is potentially Ice Beam, but usually Earthquake. Doesn't really matter which one it is, I guess. I'm just gonna go to Poliwrath. Yeah. Poliwrath just kills it with a couple quick breaks. This has leftovers, and Poliwrath just walls it. Boom. Okay, Quagsire's last here, and this thing only is ever a problem if it Ancient Powers, because it won't be a problem. I will just go to Vileplume to deal with it. Never did an EQ crit. I definitely outspeed it. It has a Lumberry. This thing takes like 300% damage from Petal Dance. Cool. Very cool. Okay, on to the next fight, Grunt 10. I'm pretty sure this fight is like completely free, kind of like Grunt 8, where like my Pokemon just kind of just beat things. And we're halfway through Magma Hideout now, so that's good. We're making really good progress. Okay. And only one death in this video, so that's not so bad. And pretty much the reason that I've had deaths, besides the Donphan death, which is totally preventable, is because I've like chosen to put Pokemon at risk instead of like putting important Pokemon at risk. Like Spinda and Octillery were Pokemon that I was just considering to be kind of expendable. Not to say that like Octillery has zero utility, so definitely Suction Cups has utility for sure. And in this game, you can't even catch Cradily, so we won't be having any Suction Cups Pokemon. And by this game, I mean 1/2 UK. It's a duped encounter in this split. So I'm actually going to use an experience share Pokemon in this fight. I think I'll just bring like Love Disc or something. Bring out Steelix. Which I'm fairly sure there's Pokemon here that just loses to Steelix. Yeah. It's been sad to see Sog in the box. He was doing like so good in the first video, and in this particular split of grunts, we haven't really had an excuse to use him. So. Oh, I guess the Charizard already has the charcoal. Luvdisc is a potential Maxi Pokemon. I've brought it to Maxi before. It didn't make it out alive that time. And if I bring it, that's probably the way it's going to be. Who has the experience share here? Magmar. Alright. Everybody's at level 68. Steelix is fine at 67, I'll be real. Just gonna double check that Charizard has charcoal. Yeah, this fight is very straightforward. Maybe the easiest one in the entire hideout. I guess if you have a ghost type or like an Aggron or something. Otherwise you have to like think about... There's a couple of Pokemon in this fight that just have Choice Band and Boom as their moves. So for those guys, like, Bayonet just eats those. Once again, Charizard just completely destroys this thing. Okay, we got Blaziken coming in here. Blaziken is going to go for either Thunder Punch or potentially Blaze Kick. Either one of those is fine. It's more likely to be... I don't think it can actually Blaze Kick me because I resist it. Yeah, it should just be Thunder Punch. Yeah, okay. And Flygon destroys this guy. I love Flygon in here, man. It's so good. This is one of those choice banded boomers I was talking about. So we'll just head on over to Bayonet. Take that on the chin. We got Manectric coming in here. Manectric wants to crunch here, I think. Actually, it's most likely overheat. Should go to hurt. This thing doesn't have a King's Rock like the other one did. There's like 3 Manectrics in Hideout. There's just like so many. It's kind of overkill. The Manectric will definitely outspeed me, but I'll just kill it. Okay, instead of a light screen, that doesn't matter at all. Like 0%. I don't even know why this thing knows light screen. This team makes like no sense to me. This is another one of those choice banded boomers. So, you can guess what we're gonna do here. Going back to Bayonet. Okay, and now the last Pokemon here is Dodrio. And this thing, like, just cannot even touch Steelix. Simply can't do it. I guess I should have given Steelix a 1-berry for Body Slam Para, but I didn't do it. Alright. One more fight in this video before it's over. I'm gonna stop short of grunt 12. I found that was a pretty good stopping point for the last time I did Magma Hideout. And this has been going for an hour. So yeah, we're kind of getting close to like where I'd want to cut the video off. I don't like going like well over an hour. It's a long video. Okay. Arcanine's coming to this fight. Vileplume. Sharpedo's coming. I actually kind of struggled with playing this fight. Straight up. And I'm bringing some like interesting Pokemon to it. Because I don't really have a great team for this fight. At least from what I can tell. I gotta rely on my friend Arcanine again. And Zard. I don't need Swampert. Definitely need Vileplume, and I need to scale a move on Vileplume, so I'm gonna have to leave Hideout. Which isn't a big deal, I guess that will slow things down a little bit. I bring Hitmontop. Haven't seen that or used this thing in forever. I don't need Bayonet, I need Sharpedo. I also have to leave Hideout, so... Oh, one thing I kind of forgot to be doing and checking is strength users. That's a bit of a problem. So for Grunt 9, I didn't check to see if I had a strength user. That's okay, I can just teach it to Polly. I'm gonna do that real quick. Actually, I could have taught it strength and then gone and deleted it and taught Brick Break, so I'm just gonna pretend I did that because I didn't click. Did I click Brick Break on that fight? I did, yeah. So I would have replaced strength with Surf with strength, I guess, would have been the move. But I'll just pretend that I went back to the deleter and got rid of it. Yeah. Stop. Yes. That menu is so annoying. But like, stop trying to teach. Like, makes you like think. So for Grunt 9, I would have just taught Poliwrath strength over Surf, and then I would have just gone back to the deleter and gotten rid of Surf over strength. Okay. For fight number 10, I think an obvious candidate is Swampert, because it already knows Ice Beam, so it already has kind of like a flexible slot. And that's fine. Let me see who can learn it from this fight. Again, Poliwrath, I guess. Okay, so I'll go do that now. I'll get rid of Surf from the move deleter. Do I have any escape ropes? Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna put this on mute then. I'm gonna go run. Go for a jog. Yep, so this run's going pretty well. It's going better than I had hoped. Honestly, losing the Donphan is still the thing I'm the most upset about. Okay, it looks like I need to do it now. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go get Swampert, Teaches strength over ice beam. Okay. And then I'll make everything right in a second. Oh, Charizard doesn't know fly? I think it's actually Dodrio. It's my flyer or something. Who's my flyer? Not you. Not you. Do I just not have a flyer yet? Is it? It's Vero. That's who it is. I've been kind of used to Charizard being my flyer because it's not very moveset restricted. All right. Let's go talk to this guy. We'll forget strength. And I'll forget, oh, Polyrath is in the box. I need to forget Surf. Cool. All right, and now I'm going to fly over to here. So I need to scale a move on Vileplume. Shit. Vileplume doesn't learn Mother Ball? All right, well, that might be enough to get me to stop here because I would need to like refigure out the fight. No, Gloom gets Weather Ball. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, I definitely assumed that Vileplume was getting Weather Ball for the next fight because I thought I had it taking on Venusaur. Can it do it still without Weather Ball? I mean, it definitely can, but I risk switches. Hmm. I could do something really funny and I could teach this secret power. That would allow me to very gradually over time beat the Venusaur. I'd also probably paralyze it, which would really help me. Actually, I don't know what effect secret power has in Magma Hideout. At any rate, I think this is like um, enough of a case for me to just cut the video because I need to like rethink about this fight. So I'm gonna end off there. Um, and I'll pick up next time with Grunt 11 um, and probably the rest of the grunts. I guess there'll be 6 grunts in the next video. And then another video from Maxie and Courtney. So, all right, I'll pick things back up then.